It is a part of the country that could definitely use the rain, but it's also going to make for a very wet track tonight here at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara, California. Straight ahead, it's a matchup of unbeatens between the Chicago Bears and the San Francisco 49ers. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. Not something you expect to see from the opening kickoff, that's for sure, and they will start at the 40. Up the middle they go. Rushing. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. So this game of ours, Charles, you know, the talk of the NFL world all week. 2 unbeaten teams. You rarely see such a matchup this deep into a season.
I would agree with that because normally you might get one team undefeated for a while. But 2 teams like this, and I remember in preseason, you looked at schedules and said, I think these 2 are on a collision course. It'd be interesting to see if they actually get there, and they did. And to me, the winner of this game has to wear the crown of Super Bowl favorite.
Okay, following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll keep it on the ground. Rushing. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8. The Niners are a perfect 5-0 here to begin the campaign. They come in with fresh legs. They got the extra time off thanks to an early season open week.
And usually your hope is that your open week comes a little bit later in the year. But when you get a chance to get your fresh legs back, you have to take that time and run with it. And that's what they're trying to get done here.
They'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down 49ers. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line.
And that's something you have to get ready for defensively, because in today's NFL, teams will use their wide receivers on jet sweeps, end arounds. They'll move them back in the backfield and make them running backs. Partner, this was much more of a tap pass, but effective nonetheless.
And I think both guys love it. If you're a quarterback, it's an easy completion. If you're a wide receiver, you get the easy reception and also a chance to try to make a play with your feet. Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Trey Lance, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the 49ers put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. It's a short kick taken out beyond the 20. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
Let's go. Let's go, 80.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Now a handoff up the middle. And the ball is knocked out. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. So a first quarter fumble in the rain, and this isn't supposed to let up. They've had flash flood warnings just west of here, so they better get used to this.
And it's hard to do real early in the game because you're so amped up and you're trying to do so much. You've got to get used to it, though. You've got to focus in on the ball, make sure you're taking care of it. That one cost him.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. This defense for the Bears, they were terrific a week ago in that win over Detroit.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
38. Ready?
To throw, it's Lance. And that's complete. It's Green here. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Play action. Now it's Lance. They'll roll him out right. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On 3rd down, it's Green. With 5 yards on the play there, as the drive will continue.
And that's why you spend a first-round draft pick on a running back. Not for just the fancy runs, but these dirty, gritty 3rd and 1s, 3rd and 2s. That's why you draft him.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. He will push his way down to about the 14. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. And Lance going to throw. This is caught. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to...
And across the goal line, into the end zone. Touchdown, 49ers. A great play there with his 4th rushing touchdown of the year. And the 49ers have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 14-0. The 49ers ready to kick it away. And here we go. And not much on this one. Takes it from the 21. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And this ball game, clearly the game of the year so far. It's not very often that you find 2 unbeaten teams playing each other this late in the season, but that's what we have here, 2 heavyweights in the NFL.
You're right about that, and you think about recent memories, so let's take a little ginkgo right now and go down memory lane, right? 2007, 7-0 Colts, 8-0 Patriots. The Pats won 24-20. They ended up going 16-0 in the regular season before they lost in the Super Bowl against the Giants. How about 2015?
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
Here we go. Here we go.
They'll run on first down. McMillan, and he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Kelly. And this is caught by Watkins. And to the 49-yard line, but no further. And obviously he is well short of the first. They're going to try and throw. Going up top. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well.
Here we go. Check. 60 Bison. 60 Bison.
In motion goes the tight end. On first down, McMillan, and he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on first down, holding them to a short gain.
On second down, and he loses the football a second time. Could have been a costly mistake, but as it turns out, they keep possession.
You can't give away these types of opportunities in the red zone. And I'm sure that was flashing through his brain as the ball escaped his hands. Fortunately for him, able to get picked up by his team, fumbled, recovered. They still have an opportunity deep in the red zone.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
And his kick is indeed good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So not exactly the response they were hoping for, but they'll take the 3 to at least get them on the score sheet.
Yeah, now is not the time to panic. All is well, somewhat calm, only down 14-0. So continue to play your game, take the points when they're there, and put the emphasis on your defense to go out and get you the football back.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And you figure this should be a healthy, arrested, a focused unit, and they're working on a good winning streak. They had the week off last week. This is really a team, Charles, that should be in top form.
I would agree absolutely with that. What coaches worry about, what organizations worry about, though, is overconfidence. They've been playing so well, and now they've had that extra time off. And we've seen teams come back off the open week and come out flat. So what a lot of good coaches do is they kind of game plan for that with their teams. On defense, they may blitz more in the beginning to get them going. On offense, they may go more up-tempo. Anything to get them out of that lethargy right at the beginning. Well, he certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Here's Lance to throw it. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Excellent work there by Lance as he scrambles for the first down.
No surprise to see his sideline fired up by that big play. Heck, we're fired up, and we're supposed to be neutral. That's a quarterback putting his body on the line to fight and just barely get the first down. When he does something like that, it gets everyone ready to lay it all out there and try and match his intensity.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Offense looked a little bit discouraged after that play, shaking their heads a bit, looking at each other. I think they thought they'd get a lot more out of that call. Sometimes you do get the running lane you want, and other times the defensive front, they just break up the play before it can get going.
On 2nd down now, rushing, and he's going to have a Niners first down as the tackle made it about the 43-yard line.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. They'll get this up to the 47 and brought down there. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. And now they'll throw with Lance. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
He's 2nd in the NFL in interceptions, and you understand why. He plays a game of great intelligence, understands positioning, and has a great ability to break on the football when it's in the air.
So fun to watch his closing speed, and another example of it on that play.
10 cycles.
Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. He'll get it inside the 20, and they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That goes as a gain of 36 on 3rd down. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Up the middle they go. It's Green, and they'll get him down right around the 16. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. On 2nd down, rushing, and he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now.
And across the chalk, into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Trey Lance with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Well, CD, that's his 2nd touchdown already. And how about this offense? 3 drives, 3 touchdowns.
An absolute total team effort right now. And let's face it, I don't think he's done. We're still in the first half. There's a lot of time left to go. I don't know what they're going to do on the other side trying to slow him down. But right now, he's feeling it.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This one taken just inside the 10. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. at the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
He took a shot there, but boy, was that ill-advised from my viewpoint. Coverage was awfully tight. How did he get away? But that would not being picked off.
On 2nd and 10, Kelly. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Whenever you see a quarterback break contain, just think to yourself, the receivers on that side of the field, their number one job, make sure they get in his sight line so he can try and find someone downfield. Guys on the backside, make sure you don't give up the deep ball. They tried it there. They weren't able to connect.
Now Kelly. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And a pick 6 for the 49er D as they score a touchdown. But no surprise to see that one, partner. The league's #1 defense coming through with a huge pick 6.
And it's plays like that one that have made them the most feared group to face this year. Offenses, they're trying to figure out how to work around them rather than work through them. Big-time impact playmakers scattered throughout the unit on every level, and they can change a game at a moment's notice.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Fielded right around the 8. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling. 3-score deficit waiting for them at halftime unless they can get something on the board here before intermission. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Kelly. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. A final shot before break. Kelly. Blitz coming, and down he goes. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. A final shot before break. Kelly. He's going to look deep here for Ward. They got his man, complete. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the 2nd half. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any one of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive. But maybe cut into it a little bit, as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
Throwing left side, it's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A gain there of 30 big ones.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
Now a first down throw. Kelly. He'll let this go for the end zone. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Well, partner, I mean, if anybody was still questioning whether or not he had an NFL caliber arm, I think you can toss that right out the window. That was a heck of a throw right there.
I would agree totally. Question it no more. This rookie, big-time throw right there. Great poise, stepped up, trusted he could lay it in there perfectly, and he knew that his guy was going to make the catch on the other end. Nice collaboration.
They'll try and throw for it toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead. It's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
52 blaster.
On second down at 4. Lance. He's going to loft one. Deep left side here. That's caught inside the 20. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Green. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
Sometimes you get all those big guys down there in one spot and there's just nowhere to go. And in this case, the defensive tackle used his strength and swallowed him up.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on second down and 11. Throwing now is Lance. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Day. That'll go for a gain of 7. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Lance going to try and throw on 3rd down here. And he's got it. Touchdown 49ers. A 7-yard touchdown grab as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Well, forget about the weapons out wide. He knows he's got another weapon in the backfield of the passing game, Charles, and he utilized him perfectly on that play.
And the offense coordinator showed me something on that play, Brandon, because so often during a game, our cameras find them looking down at their play sheets, and you wonder if they're absorbing anything. He had something specific in mind, and he went to it, and it worked well. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Well, not one you see often there as he fails to keep it between the sidelines, and that is a penalty every time, and going to give this offense better field position.
And it's every kickoff guy's nightmare, isn't it? Because you don't see yourself doing this, and most of the time you don't. It's absolutely a mishit, and now your team pays the price. Bad field position for your defense.
Yeah, he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. On 2nd and 11 now. Kelly looking to get it to Ward. Intercepted. And the Niners will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Yeah, he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. That time they pick up a 24 yards on the keeper. First down. Well, I'll tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react. Even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL, they're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Green. Heck of a broken tackle, but only able to work this down near the 23. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Here we go on 4th down. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line.
That was 4th and what we would call long in that situation, wasn't it? That wasn't 4th and inches, was it?
No, I mean, you get in those situations 4th and 3, 4th and 4. That's a lot to, what would you say, a lot of pizza left in that box.
It certainly is. Not everyone dove in on that one. In today's NFL,
touchdown! A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Niners are pouring it on. Now, a familiar refrain, a turnover leads to a touchdown, and that lead grows even wider now here in this 3rd quarter.
Yeah, partner, I'd say there are a lot of grins breaking out on that sideline because, let's face it, they came in thinking they were in for a real fight in this game, but this one's been about as one-sided as we've seen in a while. In addition, if you're a backup, time to start stretching and loosening up. You may get some playing time in this one.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Takes it at the 7. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much a... And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And into the end zone, a pick 6 for the 49er D as they score a touchdown. And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick 6.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. As confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
The extra point up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This one fielded at the 5. And deep in his own territory. He coughs up the football. And they'll have great field position here as the ball will be at the 15-yard line.
There's never a good place on the field to fumble the ball. Let's just call it as it is.
But definitely not in your own red zone.
In your own red zone, it's heightened, isn't it? Because you're almost automatically giving up a score and the momentum, and everything just changes for your team.
Yeah, so the kickoff fumble now. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Jalen Waddle, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Niners get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. The 49ers ready to kick it away, and here we go. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. Or win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. From the gun, Kelly. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Ambry Thomas. And the 49ers are going to take possession of the football. Oh, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much. Because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit. Wondering,
touchdown, 49ers! A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the 49ers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Point after, up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. The 49ers ready to kick it away, and here we go. Takes it at the 7. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Here's Kelly to throw. He's going to look deep here for Ward. And now here's another interception. Picked up by Ambry Thomas. And the Niners are going to take possession of the football. Well, there's two sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough. But, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it. I think about it awfully hard. But also, you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players that you don't want to affect his confidence by actually pulling him out of the game. So you have to know your player. You have to know the situation.
Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. A good chunk on the ground on the keeper, 17 yards, first down. It looked like almost a miscommunication defensively because once he decided to keep it, he had pretty smooth sailing.
Yeah, it became a question of, wait a minute, who's got the quarterback? And when you talk about miscommunication, it's supposed to be called assignment football on the defensive side of the ball, but the assignment gets mixed up. That's the end result.
And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. It's second down. Now a timeout called for by the defense. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. A lone second remains now in this third quarter.
Watch out now. 50 Fury. Hey.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Lance. And he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time has run out on this third quarter of play. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night.
Here we go.
Now after the sack, Lance and the Niners staring up here at a 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down. And they'll go for it. Lance. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Bears will get the football back. So they were really trying to put the nail in the coffin there already with this lead here in the 4th, but they didn't get it.
Guaranteed, it's not going to be a fun handshake in the postgame, right? You just know that there's going to be some bad blood there. And I know if we go to the postgame press conferences, the winning coach, you know what he's going to say, why he did it? We need the points, okay? Because you never know at the end of the year if points are going to come into the tiebreaker if we're trying to get into the playoffs. That's always the standard justification.
And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. Throwing again on 2nd down. Kelly. It's caught inside the 25. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And the Bears are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. Now this is certainly one of the bigger losses that we are going to see for quite some time. And you have to think at this point where we're at in the 4th quarter with how wide this advantage is. For this offense, they're just trying to end things with a positive drive and then get the heck out of here.
Yeah, if this had been a contra, you would have had plenty of sour notes in this one. But they certainly don't want to end it on one. They want to put together a few more throws like that and at least have a final drive to give them a little bit more hope as they move.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Bears get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it.
Let me go ahead and show my age a little bit. I liked it when they would fake it from the 3-yard line, right? When you'd line up, go ahead and, oh, there's a fake, and he's going to get 2. That's great. But from the 15, the risk-reward, it's just not there.
So risky to get 15 yards on a fake. Well, you see the result right there.
Yeah, I know these young whippersnappers are trying to do different things in this game, but let's go back to old reliable. Kick the ball through the post.
Get off my lawn.
That's darn right.
Ready, set.
Up the middle they go. Rushing. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. Second down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
He stiff arms him. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 13 yards there and a Niner first. But just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell, just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
The extra point up and good as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
Okay, ready?
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. This has really just been a lopsided affair. What a performance they put on, and now they get the football back here with a big lead in the fourth quarter. In the past, we might be discussing dinner plans, talking about steak and sushi, whatever the case is, CD. This ball game is pretty much well in the books.
Yeah, we really could have started bringing up dinner a long time ago if we wanted to, partner. And I think a few of the guys out in the field already making plans for the evening.
On the set.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Now a give, right side. Green. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this fourth quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the fourth quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit with a big play.
The Niners on 3rd down. They've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. This is 3rd and 7. Oh, looking for Waddle, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Caleb Farley. And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown. Well, maybe a small measure of revenge for this defense because they've been thoroughly dominated so far, but a brief bright spot there with that pick 6.
Seemingly coming up for air after being dominated as you described. They get a nice play there. Probably not going to change the balance of this game, but they have to feel a little bit better about themselves after that one.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And it would appear that the open week a week ago came just at the right time as they have dominated. Now Lance throws the interception, his 3rd. And the Bears are going to take possession of the football. Now they get a fourth quarter pick, a little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this one, rush coming, and he's taken down. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
Talk about two sides of the ball across purposes, because mercifully this game's almost over for the offense, but the defense, they still want to get a few shots in. That front seven, they've loved this ball game. They've been able to pad their stats, and maybe some backups can get in and get a sack as well.
Not a great start to this drive. You had the sack, now the false start.
I mean, it doesn't take much to either read lips or just imagine what the head coach is saying right now. Get your head in the game, guys. Let's go.
Looking to throw on second. Here's Kelly. Under pressure, they got him again. Channing Tindall in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Ready.
49ers have an extra defensive back on the field. A nickel set for third down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They face a third down now as they try to find a late score. Though certainly in a pickle here. They have a mile to go to try to pick up the first. We'll see what they've drawn up. Here's Kelly. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. He's got a man complete. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown. But they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Obviously, the scoreboard right now is not the friend of this rookie quarterback. But, hey, a touchdown pass there maybe builds a little confidence.
Every rep is valuable when you're a rookie. Every time you step up and throw the football, there's a lesson to be learned. Yeah, he took advantage of a little bit of loose coverage there with the lead. But at the same time, got it done. It'll take a little bit of satisfaction away from that throw.
The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he's going to be out of bounds. Here's the run back. Will leave him shy of the 20-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And it's all but certain that this win streak is going to extend another week. Just another tremendous performance in this one. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Now the Bears will use their third and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. They give him, and now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review. And this being inside 2 minutes of play, everything coming from up above. So the folks in New York just going to wind up confirming what the officials saw as this play will stand as is. They'll run on first down. Rushing. A gain of 3, second down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. That one looks like he'll throw here. Quick throw knocked away and incomplete. A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Partner, even I can figure out who deserves the lion's share of credit for their lead right now because he has been terrific in a dual threat role, really chewing up yardage and getting them points with his legs. Simply put, that defense has had no way of stopping him, and that's why his side is on top.
And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. And they will score a pick-6 for a Bears touchdown.
Charles, he's had some success running the football today instead of throwing it. He's outside of the pocket there. I thought he might tuck it and run. Instead, he throws the pick-6.
Yeah, and I think you're spot on with your thought process there, partner, because in this ball game, his legs have done more damage than his arm. He tried it again to no avail.
Now on comes the Bears offense as he'll be called in to go for 2. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. Was an exercise in futility anyway. It doesn't affect the final outcome. And this one's over. Well, an interesting finish to this one. They get in the end zone at the end of the game. Then they went for 2. It wouldn't have mattered. The game was over, but they didn't get that 2-point conversion.
I think trying to get the 2 points, that was for pride for them. But obviously the guys on the other side of the ball had some pride.